I also did find this right here, this Tom Hanks Band of Brothers. And then for the plushie, I found a Pokeball. Okay, so it was this one. Oh, okay.
What is up, everybody? It is Austin, and we are back with another episode of my version of the $10 game collection series. We are officially on episode 50 now. It still blows my mind that we've been doing this for 50 straight weeks, going out video game hunting at thrift stores, flea markets, and pawn shops, building up a huge video game collection starting with only a $10 bill. So to start off this video, I wanted to go over some important questions revolving around the future of this challenge and this series. I've been giving it a lot of thought on whether I should continue the series, whether I should end it, and when do I plan to do these things or reveal it to you guys. A very common question I get is, do I plan on stopping the series after I complete this list? And to answer that question, it all really depends on when I find these last two games. Maybe I find these games this week and end the list, but that means I won't end the series, or maybe it just perfectly aligns to a point where I do find these games and decide to end the series right then and there. But that leads to the next question is, do I plan on ending the series? And I mentioned this in a previous video in the series that I do want to conclude the series after 1 year. This whole thing has been a big experiment to see just how big you can build a video game collection starting with $10 in a whole year. So yes, I do plan on concluding this series. I started in April of 2023, so I will be ending in April of 2024. That means we only have like 5 or 6 more weeks of video game hunting. The exact date is probably going to be at the end of April. So whatever the last week is, on a Tuesday, that'll probably be my last video, guys. And lastly, do I plan on doing this series again in the future? And the answer to that is, of course, yes, I am. I'm having a blast doing these videos each week, and I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't have fun doing this. So I do plan on bringing this series back. I would love to just continue doing the series as of right now, but one thing I fear is burnout and doing this repetitively past the year. I don't want to get tired and lose my joy and excitement of going out hunting and thrifting. So honestly, I just need a break, guys. Let me take like a couple months off to refresh my mind, come up with new ideas to implement into this series to make it new and more fun and meaningful, I guess. So that's my plan as of right now. I'm hoping to take a break, maybe like around 2-ish months break from this series, and maybe starting it back up with a whole new idea of what I'm gonna look to collect or what I'm looking to do in this series. So stay tuned for that. But I just felt, we're on episode 50. I should definitely give you guys an update to at least let you guys know that I may be concluding this series soon, maybe in a couple more weeks. Again, I said the end of April, so we'll shoot for that. What does that mean now for these remaining episodes? I really have to look for these last two games. I've had like no luck finding them anywhere. Well, maybe the Mario Party I found, but very expensive at our flea market. So I'm really gonna have to look for these games. I'm gonna have to sell more items, find more items to build up that game fund, because these games are not cheap at all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our updates and get into our hunting.
Here at our game showcase, and we sold one item. We've actually haven't sold too much. I haven't put too much on eBay recently, but I'm happy to see we are selling some older items. We sold this right here, this educational course book, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. I bought a bunch of these for like $1 at the Goodwill Outlet, and this was the last one that we had. This one sold for $15, so pretty happy with that amount. I'm gonna get this packaged and shipped after eBay fees and shipping. This is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. Hey guys, made my way to a Goodwill this week, and here at the plushie section, I'm always looking here in case I find like Mario plushes or Pokemon or any video game character, I guess. And I actually found a Mario and a Sonic. Was absolutely going to grab this, but I saw that it's like a Mario Odyssey tag and was wondering why. And apparently there's supposed to be like some goggles or like eyes or whatever up here. It was ripped out for some reason, so I might have to pass on that. It's like $7. But this Sonic one is actually a pretty popular one. This one, I'm seeing it go for like $30 on eBay. So it is a little bit dirtier right here. And I'm wondering if I could just like throw this in the washing machine or something. Should be able to clean it off. I might get this just for me to keep, but I really have to find some stuff to throw on eBay and build up my game fund again. So I could possibly try flipping this one as well. It's also $7. Just kind of strolling along through the toy section as well. I'm not sure why they put it up here like this, but did find this dinosaur, Jurassic Park, and these things actually do sell for a decent amount, like $20 to $30. It's just too much of a hassle to try and ship. But unfortunately, I'm really not finding any video games here. They actually have a ton of like VHSs. Starting to see these out more at Goodwills. I also did find this right here, this Tom Hanks Band of Brothers, awesome series on VHS, and I don't think this really has any value, but just wanted to show you guys. Really not finding anything, so I may just be checking out with this Sonic for this stop. So $7, not too bad. Hey guys, made my way to the Goodwill Outlet bins this week, and just got a short clip for this week, I'm guessing, because not really finding anything else. It's honestly been really competitive at the bins, and I don't come here as often. There's been a lot more people coming here looking at media stuff and picking away. Pretty much the best time to be here now and to find stuff is whenever they bring out new bins full of the newer inventory, I guess. So I've just been digging around the scraps and was able to find a couple of things, but not much for the $10 game collection. I found this Insanity booklet DVD set. This thing usually does pretty well for me on eBay, so at this point I'm just looking for anything that can sell because I don't have a lot on eBay. I'm happy a lot of stuff has been selling, but I gotta continue to keep pushing to make sales. And then maybe I'll add like this Just Dance to my collection as well. A lot of this stuff I might just buy for the display case. So I found a lot of like just cases or like incomplete games. These are, you know, the stuff that people leave behind. I actually have some loose games of GTA 5, so this is great just to buy the case to complete those loose games. And I think for Assassin's Creed 3 as well. See, missing one disc, and I think I have both the discs at home. So, I mean, at least I'm coming away with something while I'm here. Might just pick this up as well. Does anybody even play Disney Infinity anymore? Might just be for the display case. And then got this PS3 Blu-ray disc as well. Not sure what this was for, but I don't know. Does anybody collect this in case they're trying to complete their PS3 complete in box? But I might just come away with these two items. I'll keep digging around, but for the most part, not really seeing anything. So I might just spend $2 really quick for these items for this week. On to the next Goodwill, and back at the plushies section. I actually found a couple plushies this week, which is awesome. But the first thing I found is this. It was sitting on a cart that was just brought out. A Motorola Bluetooth headset. Usually when I find electronics that are kind of old like this, I always scan them up, and for $3 this thing is selling for around 30 to 40 I'm seeing on eBay sold listings. So this will be a great one to throw up on eBay and hopefully recoup some money. And then for the plushie, I found a Pokeball for 99 cents. Might just pick it up. Again, Pokemon plushies are awesome and have some decent value. I think this might even go for like 10 to 15 on eBay. So really cool. 2024 as well. And just gonna show you guys the game section. Just absolutely nothing this week at the Goodwills, as you can see. Just a bunch of sports titles up here. I actually do have a decent amount of Blu-rays. This is what I always check out as well. But might just be coming away with these two items. It's gonna be a strange week. We're just picking up like one or two simple items at each stop so far. But these are some great items that I picked up. And we're just looking for items to flip. I don't want to just pick up garbage these weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these two. Should be what, $1 plus 3 is $4 for these two items. Here at our video game showcase, and we actually ended up selling two items. So the first one's actually going to be down here. It's actually going to be our last pair of shoes that we have in our collection so far. So we ended up selling these LeBrons for around $38. and we picked them up for like $10-ish at a Goodwill, so should be making some decent money after shipping this one. And then the second item we sold, I just listed this one, Guitar Hero World Tour, missing a manual. We sold this one for around $19, so great one to sell. And after eBay fees and shipping for these two items, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. So this week I am here at Ultimate Thrift. Feels like it's been a while since I've been here. Definitely one of my more favorite thrift stores. Always end up picking stuff up when I come here. This is like the cheaper section first. I'm just gonna see if they do have anything worth grabbing. Sometimes they put some new stuff out here, but not really seeing anything this week. I already took a peek at the front and actually did find some decent games that I might pick up, so stay tuned for that, or in a little bit. NHL 14. I don't see this one too often. I'm not sure if any of these NHL games have any value.
Thank you so much. Dear, thanks for stopping in. Anything good?
Okay, yeah, I see a couple of things.
Okay.
I guess we'll start. This Wii one, yeah, that one right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like how the Wii games are like $1 cheaper.
That was really
Compared to-
popular for a time.
Yeah.
When I worked at Target, that's when it came out, and I was like, no, we don't have any Wii's. I could just answer a phone like that. But it looks
This Rabbids one right here.
this one? Oh, did I have my finger out? Okay, sorry. Should probably put my glasses on once in a while. Get my money's worth.
Oh, looks like this one is $2.99. Is that supposed to be?
I'll do $1.99 if you want it.
I'm gonna like make you work a little,
Oh.
but
Sorry.
these, yeah, the one all the way in the bottom, it looks like a Nintendo game. I might be interested in this thing too. If okay. Actually, yeah, this one I was interested in. What's this? Alright, thanks.
I'm gonna get a Tupperware.
Yeah. Okay, so it was this one. Oh, okay.
You buy everything here. A little hit and miss on everything.
Yeah. I was wondering what this was. It said Coleco,
Ooh.
which I know
Which you
nothing
shouldn't
about.
know anything about it because I barely do, and I'm old.
The number game.
You know,
Something
I've
like
never
that.
had one with the numbers on them. I've had like Dust when I had Atari in 1982. Yes, I'm old. I said. I was 8 though.
Okay. I got like a. So maybe these two, and then kind of want all of these. 6, 9. So maybe all of these. I might be
Not
interested
this
in.
one, right?
No.
A 99 on that one.
Okay. Cool.
1365.
Here at Gaming Generations this weekend, of course I had to check out the $5 games and under section. I always pick up a huge haul of games every time I come here. Checking out the Xbox 360 games first, and I did find Soul Calibur 4, such a great game that I absolutely had to pick up for $2 only. Then at the PlayStation section, I found a PlayStation Move game called Medieval Moves. Never really seen this game, but for $2, had to pick it up since it's not a typical sports game either. And then for the PlayStation 2 section, I found Hitman 2. I don't really see this one as often, and I'm pretty sure I don't have it in the collection, so for $2, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Took a look at the $1 games, and this is where I usually get a lot of good games, but unfortunately at this stop, I just couldn't find anything worth picking up. I actually didn't have too much time to spend in the store and just took a quick browse around and didn't really find much else. So I figured I'll grab some cheap cartridge games. Took a look at the Super Nintendo games, but all I really found were sports titles. And then I took a look at the NES games, which also had a bunch of sports titles, but these were a little bit cheaper. So I figured if I could find some for around $5, I would pick up. And eventually I did find one game, Solar Jetman. I know nothing about these games, but you guys let me know if I did a good job picking out some interesting games on the NES. And then the second game that I decided to pick up was just Mission Impossible.
Steel.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 4.
I haven't played a lot of like Soul Calibur games, but yeah, that's the one with like Yoda, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
I know
Yoda
PS3 has Vader.
Yoda's broken.
Is he?
He's
Jumping around. Yeah.
I mean, like, he can only be damaged with overheads and lows. So if you hit like a high or a medium, it just misses him. It's the stupidest thing ever, but it makes sense. Awesome. So 1686.
Oh.
And we're back in our game room now. That pretty much wraps up our game hunting for this week. We were mainly just looking for items that we can buy to flip to build up our game fund. But we did come away with a decent amount of items, so let's go ahead and check them out. We went to a couple of Goodwills and we picked up some plushies that actually have some decent value. This one goes for around like $25 to $30 and we got it for $7. I may be flipping this one. I'm gonna have to clean it up first because there are some stains on there, so hopefully I might just throw it in the wash or something. I don't know. Let me know how you guys clean plushies, I guess. And then we just got a Pokeball for $1. These things go for like $15-ish actually, but I might just keep this. We actually didn't find too much at the Goodwills this week. We did find this Motorola Bluetooth headset. I actually saw this on the cart. They didn't even put it out yet. But for $2.99, this thing values for around like $40-ish. We got this copy of Insanity. I've sold this a couple times in the series now. These things are really popular. Hoping to sell it for, I don't know, $15-ish, $20. We got it at $1 at the bins. And then a copy of Just Dance 4. This thing kind of goes for like $10-ish, but probably won't be flipping it. I could possibly be using this as trade bait. For our last two stops, we had a decent haul of video games. We went to Ultimate Thrift, and they had a ton of like old school retro games. And I actually grabbed a couple of them. I don't know how much they were going for because I couldn't look them up in the store. But we got some Atari games. We got Laser Blast, and they were only $2, so definitely worth the price. I got this Venture game. It says Coleco on it, but it says foreign use with Atari video game computer system, so this might be an Atari game as well. And then we got Mrs. Pac-Man. I think this one does have some value, maybe around like $15-ish. So for $2, definitely worth it. And then I saw a NES game just laying at the bottom. It was the original Popeyes game. And this thing actually values for around like $15 to $20 as well. And we got it for $3. And then for our last two games, we got Raving Rabbids on the Wii. I actually never see this one out. We got it for $2. All the Wii games are actually $2. They had to correct this. So you guys let me know if this one was good. And then Agatha Christie. This one looks really fun. A mysterious game. Also only for $2. So definitely worth it. And then for our last stop, we were actually out of town, and I had to make a visit to one of my favorite game stores called Gaming Generations. I honestly didn't find too much good in there, but we did pick up some pretty cheap games. We actually got 2 NES games, and I'm not sure if these are actually good pickups or not, but Mission Impossible for $5, and then Solar Jetman. So you guys let me know if these are some good games and if I got a good deal on these. We then picked up some $2 games. This is why I go to that store all the time, because you can find some really nice games for under like $5. We got Medieval Moves. This is a PlayStation Move game as well. Looks pretty interesting for $2. We picked up Hitman 2. I actually don't see this one too often, but for $2, really good pickup. And then Soul Calibur 4. I don't think we have this one in the collection yet. I'll have to check again. But for $2, amazing game as well. And yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up my episode. Hoping to sell some of the stuff that we got from Goodwill. I might even actually dig into my collection to see if there's anything valuable in there that I don't mind throwing on eBay and getting rid of as well to build up that game fund. We still got 2 games on our list that we are heavily seeking, so hopefully we can find those. But that's pretty much all I got. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.